it in him.
Rihanna Williams, she can.
A race against the clock for Asafa.
This is Wayne Hall bringing you some exciting news. Sports Roundup, bringing you the latest and greatest on track and field, cricket, swimming, and more right here on Yardflow TV with yours truly, your host, Wayne Hall. Hello and welcome to Yardflow TV Sports Recap for this week, brought to you by Yardflow TV Sports and the Wayne Hall Show. I'm your host, Wayne Hall. Jamaica aims for a medal at the Winter Olympics from its four-man bobsled team. The team, which made history when it first entered in Calgary in 1988, is dubbed the hottest team on ice. Action begins on the 12th with the women's monobob, and the men take the ice on the 14th with the two-man bobsled. The four-man bobsled team will begin on the 18th. Yardflow Sports will keep you updated. In soccer action, Senegal have won the African Cup of Nations tournament played in Cameroon this past weekend. They defeated Egypt on penalty kicks. Both teams were tied 1-1 at the end of regulation time. In other soccer news, former William Nib player Christo J. Daly has signed a one-year deal with Slovenian club FC Koppel. The 19-year-old will join fellow Jamaican Kaheem Harris at the club. Jamaica bowed out of the World Cup contention when it lost its third consecutive game under new coach Paul Hall. Jamaica lost 2-1 to Mexico on January 27th, 3-2 to Panama on January 30th, and 1-0 to Costa Rica on February 2nd. Many are saying the change in coach did more harm than good, as there was no real improvement as far as results go. Coach Paul Hall says that he's sick of being in promising positions but end up losing the game. He is, however, optimistic about the team and his future. He said to reporters he is Jamaican and hope that he can help to build a team of young Jamaicans to take us back where we were in 1997. What's your take on the current state of Jamaican men's football? We asked our correspondent, Mr. David Marshall, and this is what he had to say.
Ever since we qualified for the 1998 World Cup, we greet each qualifying season with great excitement and anticipation, with hopes that we will be able to cheer on our beloved reggae boys in their black, gold and green. But over the past 26 years, those hopes and expectations have become nothing but a perennial dream or at best a nightmare. This current World Cup qualifying season is no different, or was no different. With every losing game, the diehard Jamaican football fan resorted to mathematics, and when they ran out of numbers, they blamed somebody or something else. JFF, the coaches, the players, inadequate facilities, and whatever else they can find to scapegoat. Honestly, it's all of the above plus more. Now the question we should ask ourselves is, are we good at football? From the comfort of my living room, I would without hesitation say no. Not just no, but hell no. I know probably I would be stoned to death for such utterance in the general public. But let's face the facts. What have we achieved in football over the last 60 plus years? Aside from qualifying in 98 and winning a few Caribbean Cups, we haven't accomplished anything of significance. And if you look at it from the individual level, which world-class footballer has Jamaica produced? Not one. We're good at cricket, netball, track and field, boxing, and outside of sports, our culture. Jamaican reggae music is world-class. Our food, jerk chicken, is world-renowned. The point I'm making, when Jamaicans are good at something, we excel. We are not mediocre. Football, we are not good at, hence the mediocrity. And after another failed campaign, it's time for Jamaica to stop, take a deep breath, and do a full analysis of the state of our football. Qualifying for the World Cup is way more than just selecting the best players we can find. I think it would serve JFF and the general public to put their resources into the development of the sport. And when I say development of the sport, I mean appointing those with vision and ambition to lead the JFF. The current administration seems as if it lacks vision. 2, qualifying our local coaches at the highest level and while giving them the exposure at the international level through partnership with overseas clubs or teams. We have to develop a national academy, which is key to the development of our young players. Also, invest in infrastructure and provide better playing fields. 5, have some type of system where the players can come through from the youth program to the under 23 through the national senior team. This is include developing a set style of play that fits their natural abilities and certain formation that they are accustomed to. These are only some of the ideas which, if the JFF embark on, would yield good result in the near future. Thank you.
The voice and words of Mr. David Marshall, our correspondent and contributor to Yardflow TV Sports. He had a lot to say about the state of Jamaica's football. What's your take? I'm curious to see your comments. Leave them in the chat right here on Yardflow TV Sports Recap. This is all we have for you this time around. Please stick with us. Lots going on in the world in sports. We'll be happy to keep you updated with the next edition of Sports Recap with yours truly, Wayne Hall, right here on Yardflow TV Sports. Until then, we're saying happy sporting. Keep it locked for more right here, Yardflow TV.